And here we go. What's going on, y'all? It is AVIOT Sunday Brew with your co-hosts, Jay Stokes and Jay Random. My man, what's good?
Things are good. Life.
Life.
Yeah. But this, but the other stuff is just crazy. It's sensory overload.
Yes. It is definitely sensory overload. It seems like we're getting news every 5 minutes. You wake up to news, go to sleep to news. But I do think that is part of the course. It's meant to keep you down and weigh you down so that you don't feel like fighting, so that you don't feel like pushing back against anything. So the best thing I could say for people out there is to find good coping mechanisms and read, study, learn patterns, figure out practical ways of resisting. There are practical ways of resisting when, I'm speaking for US citizens now, when you feel that the government may not have your back, when you feel that corporations may not have your back. There are ways to resist. And I think that instead of talking about it, really be about it. So with that being said, let's get into the first story today. I think you've seen that the president's billionaire advisor, Elon Musk, has gained access to sensitive data in the Department of Treasury. So that's Social Security numbers, access to Medicare data, Medicare customer payment systems. I'm reading from my computer right here. So he has access to that. What are your thoughts just off the top of your head?
My thoughts on the top of my head is it's dangerous because he's the last person that should have access to anything. I really sit back and wonder, not really how is this happening, but really how is this happening when we have someone who's not a part of the government. We have a president that basically pointed fingers to his billionaires. Basically, he's paying Elon back for helping him get to the presidency by giving him access to something that's so vital to our way of life, right? You think about it, you're talking about Elon has access now to how the money flows, where the money goes.
Right.
And remember, his task, his job is to cut $2 trillion. Well, in 2023, there was $5 trillion that was distributed amongst the data that he has now, right? So it's easy for him to go in now and figure out, okay, out of that $5 trillion, what can I cut? And let's see if he cuts the subsidies that he gets. I'm pretty sure he won't.
Definitely not. Just real quick, MJ plays all day. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, hi, how you doing?
Yeah, Bumbleclats. Okay, Thanos. All right. I don't know what that means, but all right. Hey, y'all, for those who are tuning in, make sure that you put your notification bell so that whenever we go live on Sundays for the AVI podcast, and you can be a part of this conversation that we're having right now. So right now we're talking about Musk gaining access to sensitive data in the Department of Treasury. So go ahead, Random.
Yeah, so I just feel like, I found out about this morning, and, it's just, to me, it's just dangerous, because he has access to a lot of data that he can easily copy and put to another server and do what he wants to do with it. He has access to, basically, he has a lot of power, right? He can actually, now, the president, they can actually freeze a lot of things without the Senate, right? They can actually, they control the purse. They literally control the purse now, right? And also, meaning Elon, he can actually stop his competitors from getting funds, right?
So we're talking about cars, electric cars.
Yeah, like Rivian. Yeah. Rivian just so before Biden left, Biden gave Rivian a $6 billion loan, right? Mm-hmm. He can actually stop that.
Musk.
Now the loan, Musk. Now the loan isn't for it's.
Oh, Random paused. All right, so as Random gets back on, oh, you're back. Okay, I was gonna say.
Okay, I'm about to say that's weird. I'm right here, but yeah. So yeah, it's just, it's just we live in scary times right about now, and nothing makes sense. None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense to me. This is so much chaos that it's worrisome.
I think it all makes sense. Like I was saying at the beginning of the show, I think that the
Mhm.
chaos is meant to keep people down so that you don't feel like doing anything, so you don't feel like resisting. So that's why they release all these stories late at night, so that late at night you're thinking about it. You can even enjoy a good sports game, and we'll get into sports a little later in the show.
Yeah.
You're constantly worrying, on edge, and it makes you feel defeated. So I also,
No,
bubble
no.
clock,
You
who
know
looks
what? You
like
know
your
what? That's
uncle?
true.
You said someone
I
looks like
don't.
you said someone looks like your uncle? Who looks like your uncle? Which
But
one?
the answer, no. I don't feel defeated. It's just too much. But I'm here for it. I'm here for the information to keep on coming. It's just I'm lost for words when I hear the stuff. I mean, yes, Project 2025 said a lot, but I don't think it had Elon Musk anywhere in Project 2025. So, and that's the problem with Project 2025, right? Because back when Trump was first president, he said a lot of things we never followed through with it. Now he has the right people that that they're going to follow through with it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so that's the
I
problem. Like I said again, Elon has too much power for him to be a nobody in the
get it.
government. That's what I
And
meant by that.
what gets me, okay, Bump, you said I look like your uncle. Okay, I guess it's the locks. But what gets me is that all this talk about undocumented immigrants. God, I refuse to call people illegal aliens. Nobody on this planet is illegal, right? So, and hi, Aziz and
Hey,
Abedin,
how you doing?
Abdin. Hey, how you doing? But undocumented immigrants, you talk about that in this country. Essentially, Elon is an undocumented immigrant, right? And he's over here. How are you allowing that to pull the strings? Him to pull the strings? I think that's very ironic that all of your talk of this and Elon is essentially pulling strings in this country. That should be illegal. It should. And the thing is, I saw a good post on Threads. I no longer have Twitter because of Elon, but I saw a good post where it was saying that just because something's legal doesn't mean it's morally correct, right? You look at slavery, American slavery was legal. You look at segregation was legal, right? So I'm saying that all the stuff that Musk is doing, all the stuff that this presidential administration is doing, I mean, where's the morality in that? It's really going to impact American citizens crazily. And just going from there, we got to go into this whole tariff situation. Tariffs, I remember we talk about it all the time. What is a tariff? We always said we were going to explain it more in detail, but just shorthand, it is a tax on imported or exported goods. So that's what a tariff is. Just and you could look into it in more detail, but the current presidential administration, they're imposing tougher tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada. And their rationale for that is because they're trying to, once again, undocumented immigrants, they're trying to stop the flow of undocumented immigrants from coming into the United States. And they're also trying to crack down on fentanyl because these countries, according to this current administration, is largely responsible for fentanyl getting into the United States. And so that's part of their rationale for imposing these stronger tariffs on these countries, on these countries, China, Canada, and Mexico. And as a result of that, they're going to go back with us and they're going to impose strong tariffs on us. So this is now becoming a trade war in which a lot of goods and services in the US is going to increase the price of goods and services. This goes against this current presidential administration's promise of decreasing inflation. Things are going to go up. So we're talking about foods, fruits. Everyone's talking about the price of eggs. The price of eggs done went up already. Oil, gas, that's going to go up. So it's not going to be good. Orange juice. And you see that, I think Canada, it's Mexico and Canada. I think they are striking back, not only just increasing their tariffs on the U.S., but they're also trying to ban certain alcohols or alcohol sales in red states specifically.
Correct.
Did you heard about that? Okay, you could
I heard
chime in.
about that. Yes. No, I heard about that. Um, and I know I heard a lot of things, but I can't remember the lady name, so I won't really quote. I won't bring it up. But yes, I heard about the alcohol.
Bubba, we'll get to LeBron later. We'll get to him later, okay? We're focused on the bad before we get into the crazy. All right, go ahead though.
Yeah. So no, you're right. Alcohol in red states, and basically Canada. We already know Mexico isn't backing down, but Canada isn't backing down. We haven't heard from China yet. We haven't heard from China. And I think also because China got the lowest. China's only being hit with 10% tariffs, which I find out to be odd. If China, the so-called, China did this, China did that, I thought China would be hit with the highest, but they only got hit with a 10%.
I saw, and this is coming from the Hill, China is to file a lawsuit with the WTO, vows countermeasures in response to these tariffs. So the World Trade Organization. So they're filing lawsuits, so they're actually doing stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. But yeah, so
hey, table like a big H, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, so how do I feel about it? It's only going to get worse, right? We have a lot through these tariffs, right?
Yeah.
Mentioning, I didn't really know how much power Canada holds, as far as power itself, right? Like I didn't understand that I probably forgot that Canada, they can control, well, they have a lot of, what word I'm looking for. They control our power, right? Like our grid. Like we actually use. Yeah. So I mean, when they said, we could turn off New York and a few other places, I was like, wait a minute. So I looked into it. I said, wow. So this is where we're at, right? So what are we doing this for? Why are we doing this? Because of the fentanyl. Okay, I get it, right? Cool. And also what the immigrants, right? They're trying to stop, illegal immigrants from coming over. I think it's a better way. It has to be a better way.
Well, the thing is, some of the rationale also is that they feel that undocumented immigrants are largely responsible for crimes in this country, and that's not true. That's just not true.
It's not true.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fear mongering. I had a theory that I believe the reason why there's such a big crackdown on the undocumented immigrant and the fentanyl or illegal substances coming into this country is because they want the white population to be okay. When you have more undocumented immigrants coming in here and having children, that means that more, I guess, non-white individuals are going to be born and they become naturalized citizens. You see that they're trying to push against that birthright citizenship, right? So I think that happens. So now the country becomes less white, more colorful, more Latinos, more brown, more black kids are coming up now. Then fentanyl, that largely impacts white communities. If you think about drug use, substance use, the reason why this whole thing is like, the opioid crisis, a lot of the reason for this talk of the opioid crisis is because it's largely impacting white communities. I got to say it straight like it is. And back when the crack epidemic was happening, like crack in the 80s and all that stuff, when it's affecting black communities, when it's affecting Latino communities, it's not a nationwide issue. It's now people don't want to talk about it like that. So my theory is a lot of this crackdown is because of a white nationalist perspective, that they want whiteness to continue. They don't want those numbers to go down. That's why you see a whole thing with abortion, with terminating pregnancies. A lot of the crackdown on that, they're like, no, part of Project 2025 is no abortions no matter what, because most of the abortions in this country is by white women. If we're talking about the largest number of people. So that is my theory. And that's why I think that there's a crackdown on all of this. I think all of it comes down to white supremacy. Is this the Black Republicans rally? How does the Black Republicans rally? What makes you say that, Malcolm Text? What makes you say that? But go ahead, Randall.
I mean, no, it's all good. So I mean, when it's all said and done, I think the people who don't know anything about tariffs, they're going to find out real soon. If they're complaining about the eggs prices going up, yes, we can point that to the bird flu that's happening, right? Okay, so, but what about everything else that's going to go up soon, right? these tariffs just what, and now they're going into effect February 4th. I think Trump moved it back. First it was February 1st. He mentioned it, but it's going into effect on the 4th. So I mean, the sad part is tariffs are never a good thing, especially when you're doing it for no apparent reason but to flex your muscle. Because let's be honest, fentanyl, right? So if you just crack down where fentanyl comes from, focus on the actual distributor of fentanyl. Like, why are you trying to bother your allies? Well, they used to be our allies. Now we're putting a stain on our friendship with Canada and Mexico, right? For what?
Yeah,
And
and okay,
what's up?
go ahead. No, go
No,
ahead.
go.
Say your piece. No, I know
No, I'm good.
the Canadian Prime Minister, I think. Let me see.
Yes.
He had said that we had an agreement in terms of like the free trade agreement with the Biden administration. So they already had an agreement and they were cool with that agreement. So these tariffs are now going against it. When you're talking about flexing your muscle, I know that this current presidential administration, the rumor is they want to make Canada the 51st state. So
Hmm.
I don't agree with that at all. And
No.
so yeah, um, yeah, I'm looking at the Prime Minister of Canada now. Yeah, he did say we had an agreement with the Biden administration some years ago. Table like a big H. What are you saying? White eagle tariffs? I don't know what that means, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's unfortunate. But what I'm saying is, instead of being doom and gloom, because it's easy to report the bad news, what we have to do is we have to strategize and figure out how to resist in a logical way. Seriously.
Yeah.
And you can't just give up and allow the country to just be taken over. You can't just give up, because there are a lot of innocent lives that are going to be impacted by this. We've seen innocent lives be impacted already, right? So
Hmm.
I'm not a fan of just sitting back and taking it. There has to be a resistance, and not going outside and protesting. Y'all, listen, protest means nothing without an agenda. There's a
Correct.
you have to, yeah, you have to protest with an agenda. If you're going outside holding signs, my question is, what is the end goal? What is the end goal? So that's that. You have any last words before we move on?
No, no. I'm holding my tongue. That's about it. I'm listening.
What are these dudes yapping about? You can't do it. We're talking about the current administration, presidential administration in the U.S. We're talking about the tariffs that they posed on Mexico, Canada, and China. We're talking about Elon Musk's takeover of the U.S. Treasury. So that's what we're talking about right there. But we're moving on.
Yes.
We're moving on to other crazy news. So I know you got the notification today, and we're pivoting to sports, that Luka Doncic is headed to the Lakers and Anthony Davis is
Yeah.
headed to the Dallas Mavericks. Well, I woke up, I'm getting bombarded with text messages, and I'm saying to myself, why? Why would you make this trade? First off, Luka Doncic, I know he's out injured right now, but he is the leading scorer for the Lakers. And no, not Luka Doncic, sorry, Anthony Davis. I know he's injured right now, but he's a leading scorer for the Lakers. Luka Doncic, I think he's injured too, and there are complaints about his conditioning. You see every year,
Yeah.
like the Mavericks went to the championship game last year, and Luka got exposed for not playing defense. So you really think that him going to the Lakers is going to help? I think that Dallas won this trade. I know that the Utah was also involved in the trade too. I think Dallas won the trade. But give your thoughts. What do you think?
So I found out at 3 this morning, with one of my group chats. One of my friends in our group chat thought it was the best thing to do was text us at 3 in the morning. And I'm like, wait, was that a text that just went off? Because I was trying to, because what I've been doing lately is turning off all notifications. Like, because I get notifications all the time, thanks to this president, right? So I get too many notifications. So I turned them all off. So when I got a notification at 3 in the morning, I was like, I thought I turned them all off. Then I looked, I'm like, group chat. Then I see it and I'm like, what? Why? Like, I thought Luca was going to die a Maverick.
Mm,
And I mean, Luca, he's been out, right? Every year, like you said, his weight has been an issue. His
mm,
conditioning has been an issue. Um, but he was winning. Horrible defense, like the worst, I think, in the NBA. But they were winning.
mm,
So I was surprised when this is the same team that almost went to the finals.
No, they did go
with
to the.
Luka.
No, they did go to the finals.
They went to the finals?
Yeah, they lost to the Celtics. It was Mavs versus Celtics.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I totally see. I knew the Celtics won. I forgot when they played against it. So that makes no sense. So that makes no sense. Let me explain to you why. Then it definitely makes no sense. Now, thank you. You have Klay Thompson. That's clearly that was a good trade, or that was good for the Warriors to let him go. Klay Thompson isn't playing too well.
Okay.
Kyrie is the only person I think that's consistent for the most part.
Yeah.
Luka's never on the court because he always hurt. But you got rid of a guy that could put a lot of points on for a guy that if you sneeze or pull his shoulder when he jumps up in the air, he's out for the whole season. Street clothes, aka Anthony, right? So
I know we get on street clothes, but dude's been putting up numbers this season. He's been putting up numbers.
But you know why, right? Because NBA keep on changing the rules. They probably got a rule: don't touch him. So I mean, yes, I mean he's like this. We already know the man is never around during the playoffs. So I'm talking about Anthony. Street clothes.
He was there last playoffs, and really, shoot, whatever. You call us couch coaches. You call us couch coaches. We have an opinion. Everybody, even sports analysts, they have an opinion, and a lot of sports analysts have never played professional basketball. But some people have played basketball. Some people can analyze basketball. We're giving our take, right? If you don't like our take, then hey.
Yeah, it's okay if you don't like our take.
Yeah,
I guess you're not gonna like Stephen A. take either. Not saying we're Stephen A. in them, but I mean Stephen A. He didn't play basketball like a professional level. And the only thing we're saying is it a good trade, right?
Huh?
Yeah, and the only thing we're saying is a good trade. I think
it's.
I don't even know who. See, that's the weird part because I don't believe in Anthony Davis. So I think the man is.
But they also got.
I think the man is accident prone.
They also got Max Christie, so they didn't just get Anthony Davis. They got Max Christie as well.
Who's Max Christie?
He's a Lakers player. He's from the Lakers.
I don't know who play on the bench.
He's a good defensive player. He's a good defensive player.
Okay. In that case, like I said again, I'm surprised because now the Lakers, they're really going to be horrible when it comes to defense.
You got two ball dominant forwards. LeBron.
Another thing, you got LeBron, who's the king. How's this going to work with Luka? LeBron's supposed to be the king. But LeBron is the alpha.
I do think, though, that the Lakers are prepping for the future, so they're going to phase LeBron out, which makes me think his retirement is coming up sooner rather than later, because I think they want Luka to be the future of that franchise.
Yes, but, what they're not understanding is that Luka could be... Oh, and also I heard that the Dallas Mavericks didn't want to commit to that $325 million contract that they were supposed to give Luka.
I mean, I understand that, especially if your conditioning ain't that great. Just quick. Sheriff Abdul Kalki. Yeah, hi. How are you? How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
I don't want to bypass that, but go ahead, Randall.
No. So that's how I feel like time will tell, but I don't think this is going to be a win. I think you're going to have to gel. I think Anthony Davis is going to gel quicker with the Mavericks.
That's why I say Dallas, I believe, won. That's Dallas won the trade. Yes. Maybe in the immediate, maybe the future, the Lakers might do well, but it all depends on if Luka's well conditioned.
Yeah, and guess what? It's going to take time for LeBron and them to actually gel too, because it's not the All-Star game we're talking about. All right, we're talking about real games where it counts, and LeBron is not going to be too happy with Luka the way he just let people walk by.
Yeah,
Reportedly,
LeBron didn't even know this trade was going down. Reportedly,
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. And he's pushing back against the rumor that he grew dissatisfied with Anthony Davis. Listen, LeBron be telling the untruth all the time, so I can't believe what LeBron be saying.
Mm-hmm. LeBron is the machine.
He is, and I think there was even a report that game he had played against Jordan and them when he was younger, that really didn't happen. I don't know. It's so many conflicting stories going on,
Yeah. And granted, yes, easy said is done, right? We don't know how it's going to work, but on paper, if you're asking us, if you put this on a stat sheet, Anthony Davis is going to gel quicker than Luka. I think it's going to take time. See, Anthony Davis, he didn't mind being number two, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Luka. How can I put it? Luka has always been number one, right?
Correct.
Always been number one.
Correct.
And now you gotta be number 1A, 1B. Like, how does this work? And granted, you still gotta respect LeBron, right?
Right.
So, and LeBron ain't really the one. Like, LeBron don't mind passing AD the ball because LeBron can get the credit, but I can't imagine passing that ball to Luka so much. So Luka get the credit and he fade to the black because now his legacy that he was going to leave on top. If they win another championship, what they going to say? Luka is Luka team. Like, you know how the media acts too. The media pits two players against each other on the same team.
Still, the Lakers, they don't have enough to win a chip, in my opinion. I have gone on record saying LeBron's not winning another championship. I've gone on record saying that. No matter how much they try to stuff together, if somehow they end up winning a chip, it's not going to be LeBron's doing. I said it.
No, I agree. But shout out to what's his name? Oh man, I forgot his name. But the commentator now, Perkins, who said I'm pivoting, but it's still basketball. How he said that Steph Curry does not deserve to be on the All-Star this year.
What?
And yes, he said. He said that.
Based off of what?
Based off the way he's playing, based off how the team is playing, and I don't really think he's playing that bad. But I mean, the team is 500. They're just 500.
But look at who they have.
I don't know who they have.
Exactly. They just got beat by Phoenix the other night.
Yeah, they got beat by Phoenix, but they beat OKC the night before. So
that's crazy. They're very wishy-washy, man. Very wishy-washy.
Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about that. I like Steph, but I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if Steve Kerr pulls Steph eventually to shelve him because they're not winning anything. They're not.
They're not. And they've definitely wasted Steph Curry's prime. Hi, Dorian. How you doing?
Hey, Dorian. No, they definitely wasted his prime.
They wasted his
because
prime.
Buddy Hield turned out to be a flop. I mean, Buddy is just like, I don't get it. Like, this man, when he first came, he was lighting it up. Now the man probably his percentage got to be trash. He's probably averaging 3 points. I think Draymond averaging more points than he is. Like, Buddy Hield not working out. Who else did they get? They got the guy from
Schroeder.
Didn't they get the? He's not working out at all either. I thought they got the what's his name from?
I'll be honest with you. I haven't really been following the WNBA that much like that. Yeah. I've been more focused on what we're gonna get into our next part.
I know you have, man. Listen, man, you gotta be equal. Because I tell you, I can't even watch those games. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's cool.
I'm just watching. Look, I'm waiting for the WNBA. This unrivaled.
Hey, you missed some good games last night. Hey, you missed some good games last night.
Nah, man, I'm waiting for the WNBA, and I'm waiting for and I'm focusing on college basketball, females college basketball. This is unrivaled. It's too much going on, man. Too much.
Basketball is tough right now. Like, seriously.
Women college basketball is tough. These girls ain't playing.
Yeah,
the girls ain't playing. Unrivaled is just like, to me, it's just like an added game I gotta find. I wish them well because at the end of the day, these players should be getting paid more.
Correct.
I'm 100% down with that. So that's why I'm happy that they're actually still playing, right?
Right.
So they don't have to go overseas and they're getting paid. So I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. WNBA got to get it together because it's too much going on. It's too much going on. I have yet to see a game. Shout out to you for keeping me up to date.
Yeah.
But I have yet to see a game.
Let's get to the comments right quick. Dorian, we are doing all right. We started off with some bad news just regarding the U.S. economy, how the U.S. This current administration is running things, which is crazy. But we're getting more into what I deemed crazy news, which is sports. The NBA, their trades, and the WNBA. We're gonna get into their free agency and stuff in a minute. So that's that. Grippy Gunamator 2000. Who is this Hugh person that you're speaking of? Who is this person? I don't know who that person is, but yeah, I mean, the Unrivaled League. Okay, I guess we'll start with Unrivaled since you were mentioning it. So
Yes.
I don't know if you saw the news, but last night Angel Reese made history by being the first. They're saying the first black woman ejected from an unrivaled basketball game. Listen, the ejection was so weak. All she did was just for context, Tiffany Hayes, who's a good ball handler, plays for the Las Vegas Aces as of now. We don't know what she's gonna go be next season, but good ball handler, good one-on-one player. Angel called her out and clapped her hands so that she could D her one-on-one, right? And so Tiffany Hayes tried to get past Angel. Angel stripped the ball from her. Tiffany Hayes flops and falls on the ground. They call a foul on Angel. And so, yeah, I can show you the footage.
Wow.
And so Angel was like, "Are you serious?" So she's waving her hand at the ref like she flopped. She flopped. They give her a tech for being like this. And then she's like, "Are you like? What are you talking about? Like, did you not see her flop?" Tech throughout the game. I'm sitting over here like, what?
Oh.
Like, part of the
Yeah, they wilding out here.
Part of the reason why people are watching Unrivaled is because of Angel. Angel has a cult following, okay? There are many people, including myself, who want this woman to succeed, okay? And so a lot of the draw for Unrivaled has been Angel. Obviously, the other players have been doing great in the league. You have so many strong teams, Lunar Owls, Laces. Mist finally won a game, but a lot of the draw is Angel. So if people are flying into Miami to see these games, you got to give her some leeway. And the thing is, it's not like she was doing the most. All she did was wave off Tiffany Hayes and the ref saying she flopped. How does that warrant getting ejected?
Well, this is the problem. So I'm gonna stick with them, and then I'm just gonna pivot to every other sport.
Okay.
That wasn't a foul. I mean, that wasn't warrant a technical ejection, right?
Correct.
The problem with these refs nowadays, they're too sensitive. I really believe these refs are too sensitive, right? Sensitive.
I agree.
When you look at what just happened last night, right? You say, what is that, right? That's a tech. That's, that warrant an ejection, right? When you look at that, you say to yourself, how many times have the refs been the cause of a win and a loss?
Correct.
It's happening too much.
Correct.
It's happening too much nowadays in every sport, right?
Right.
So we talk about NBA. You can't even look at the refs the wrong way.
Nope.
You look at them wrong way. You eye them, you eat, you mean mug them. You tell them, hey, whatever, technical, right? NFL, right. NFL is like it. So I think these refs have to go back to whatever school that they need to go back to and just get a touch up on what's considered a foul, what's considered a technical, and what warrant an ejection. Because in the heat of a moment, as long as the player isn't cursing you out, the ref, disrespecting you, the ref, calling you out your name, the ref, then why are you so sensitive? You're causing, like you said again, people pay to see Angel, right? They don't pay to see Angel on the damn sideline because the ref feels some type of way. A wave is nothing. I mean, it's making the sports as a whole harder to watch.
Yes.
Because the refs aren't doing their jobs or they're not being consistent. And that's a problem with this, with the sports nowadays. That's why the NBA, I can't watch the NBA besides the fact everybody chucking threes from the locker room, right? In the NFL, you can't breathe down. I mean, you can't touch half of these damn quarterbacks, aka Patrick Mahomes, without a flag being thrown. Yep. The last two games, who was it? I think it was the Buffalo Bills when they played against the Chiefs. There was clearly an interception, meaning the tie goes to the ball, the person who catches the ball, right? So Patrick Mahomes threw a pass. The Buffalo Bill guy caught up. Same time, the receiver jumped up. They both grabbed the ball at the same time. The Buffalo Bills player had more of a hold on the ball when they fell. Boom. They called it a catch. No, that's an interception. It's an interception. So, it's hard to watch these games. I kid you not. That's why I binge watch a lot of TV shows. That's probably the reason why I can't watch Unrivaled or anything else, because it seems like women college basketball is the only time they let these players play.
Big time. Big time.
They let these girls play, and that's how it should be. It should be. I mean, don't lose a game because of ref. So yeah,
Well, that's
shout
what
out to
happened.
Angel. I know that. I know that must pissed off a lot of people. And how do you play the game the next time? Because
Well,
it's like the refs want you to be scared of them.
Well, what I will say is, number one, in terms of ref interference, we can say that's
Yeah.
why New York got their championship, the New York Liberty, because I know
Oh,
you
I
saw
remember that.
that phantom foul that
Yeah.
Alana Smith had on Brianna Stewart that ended
Yes.
up
Damn.
changing the outcome of the game. So yes,
Mhm.
refs can insert themselves. What I will say regarding Angel and her ejection, people have been running with a joke because Angel went on Twitter and said it had to be me, y'all. Happy Black History Month. So that's why
Yeah.
that's why the whole story is the first black woman to be ejected from a
Yeah, I
rival.
know,
I
right?
mean, people are making jokes out of it, but seriously,
Elizabeth, how you doing? Yes.
yeah. Hi Elizabeth. They're definitely making jokes out of it. They're making light of it. I think it speaks to a bigger narrative, though. Someone else was saying that Angel has been targeted for some time by different entities, different people, just because of her LSU championship, and it's something that has been following her. It's really unfortunate. I encourage you all to listen to her episode on her the Unapologetically Angel podcast, where she's speaking with her mom. They're talking about this, so I think it gives more context. But I do think Angel is targeted because as much as she wins, she's been getting partnerships left and right. Right? She's with McDonald's. She's with Cash App. She got something with. I think she got something with Olipop. So she continues to win, and it seems that the more she wins, the more hate she receives because that ejection was totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah. And more women's basketball news. I don't know if you've been seeing with this free agency stuff, all these different trades that have been happening, all the different signings, but the news that I got today is DeWanna Bonner of the Connecticut Sun has signed with the Indiana Fever, which pretty much solidifies that Indiana Fever are going to win a championship this coming WNBA season. And I'm irritated because I knew somehow, some way, the basketball guys, the league, was going to do something to make sure that Caitlin Clark gets a championship in the WNBA. Initially, I thought that wasn't going to be the case, but Indiana, okay, I'm going to put in the context for you, Jay. Caitlin Clark is surrounded by the number 3 all-time scorer in women's college basketball history in Kelsey Mitchell. She decided to resign. Natasha Howard has left the Dallas Wings and now come to Indiana Fever. That's defense, and she's a tall forward and can also
Oh,
score.
shoot.
And then DeWanna Bonner is I think, number 4 all-time scorer in WNBA history that has now joined the Indiana Fever. They are winning a championship. They got Leah Boston in the paint. They're winning a championship. It annoys me because what's going to happen is Caitlin's going to get all the credit. She has so many people to pass to now, people that can create their own shots. She's probably going to get MVP next year. Next WNBA season. She's winning a championship. They're going to give her all the credit, but not speaking on the black women. Hey, Livy, how you doing?
Hey, Libby.
They're not going to speak on the black women who are integral in helping her because it's going to be them that get her the championship, but she's going to get all the credit.
Yeah, I agree. But I guess that's why we're here, right? To shout out to everyone that actually came and helped get that championship. If it happens, because anything can happen, right? I mean, all these people could come together and don't gel well. That can happen too.
That is very true.
Egos could come into play and no one wants to pass the ball or, like things can happen. I mean, it only works if everyone's on the same page, right? And
Right.
if everyone realizes that we're all a team first, as long as that's sold, then yeah, championship is on its way. But, time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah, I had to double check with the DeWanna Bonner news. She's actually number 6 all time in WNBA history, but still one of the top scorers. It's time will tell, and you're right that people need to gel. I understand
Yes.
that. I'm just saying, like, Caitlin's gonna be playing next to some ballers. This is Aaliyah Boston's 3rd season. Aaliyah Boston's getting better. The Tawana Bonner going there is crazy. Kelsey Mitchell can score. Natasha Howard can score. Lexi Hall is pretty decent on defense, is a pretty good 3-point shooter. Like, come on, she has too many weapons. And she's going to be passing to each one of them, and then Caitlin can score on top of that. It's too many weapons. I understand other teams have made their moves. The Phoenix Mercury have, in my opinion, made some good trades against Satu Sabli. They have Connecticut Sun. The whole starting lineup is gone. I hope you know that. Our squad,
That's
the whole
crazy.
starting lineup is gone. Dejanay went to Dallas, so Dejanay is joining her girlfriend Melissa Smith in Dallas, and then Brianna. Shucks. Why am I forgetting people? Brianna Jones. She went to the Atlanta Dream. DeWanna Bonner went to Indiana. Lissa
So
Thomas.
it sounds like it's a rebuild season. That's what it sounds like.
It's a rebuild because we done lost everybody. Lost everybody.
No, I wonder how does this work with the WNBA? Is it as far as like because what's the salary? Because money is what makes the guys leave. So what is the same thing? Like because how much money can you pay these females? They already don't get paid a lot, which is disrespectful.
They're going into a new collective bargaining agreement soon. So people are signing 1-year contracts for this year because they're going to be going back to the table to renegotiate. The salary is going up. The salary will be going up. That's number
great.
one. Number two, Stephanie White, I think, was integral in getting DeWanna Bonner to come to Indiana because Stephanie White used to be the Connecticut Sun head coach. She decided to leave and go to Indiana. And now DeWanna Bonner, who was coached by her, is going to Indiana. I think they just want to win a chip. They're going to win a chip. I'm telling you right now, they're going to win a chip, or the league will do what they can to make sure they win a chip. The league will do what they can to make sure they win a chip. Listen, I was never a New York fan. I was still mad New York won last season. But New York, step your game up. John Carl Jones, I hope you win the gym. Sabrina, I seen what you did during the Rose when you were playing in that Phantom game in Unrivaled. I need you to hit all them threes imaginable. Okay? I need y'all to be on a route. Las Vegas Aces, Jewel Lloyd, they call you the Gold Mamba. I better not see you have no gardening stake this year. I better see you hitting shots. Chelsea Plum and LA Sparks, they in a rebuild year. I mean, they're going to try and do something. So let me take that back. They're not a rebuild year. They're going to try and do something, but I don't think Kelsey Plum will solve their issues. They got a lot more things to work out. So you got Cameron Brink, you have Rakia Jackson, you have Kelsey Plum, De'Arica Hamby, and then that shooting guard probably going to be either Lexi Brown or they can put someone else in that spot. Nah, they ain't it. But the top teams in the league this year are going to be the Las Vegas Aces, the Atlanta Dream, because Brittany Griner now went to Atlanta Dream. The Atlanta Dream. Yeah. Brittany Griner left the Phoenix Mercury. Yeah. That's why I said.
Wasn't he retired yet?
Who?
What's her name?
Diana?
Yes. Did she retire yet?
Nah, Taurasi's still playing. Okay. She needs to retire.
I'm about to say, didn't she get drafted back in 2001?
Yeah. She need to be tired. She need to retire, but she from all reports is saying 1 more year. I'm like, okay, you're not gonna win, especially with Brittany not coming back. You're not gonna win. Like I said, the Indiana Fever, Atlanta Dream, Las Vegas Aces, Minnesota Lynx, and the New York Liberty. Those are the teams I'm looking out for. Seattle Storm, they might do some damage because they got a 6'7" center that they just got from LA. But Jay, when I tell you this WNBA season is going to be crazy, it's really going to be crazy. I hope Indiana doesn't win because if Indiana doesn't win, DeWanna is going to be 38 next year. No. Is she going to be 38 next year or this year? DeWanna's 37 now, okay? I think, when's her birthday? It's in August. So she's going to be 38 this year. DeWanna will be 38 this year. Indiana's in win now mode. Okay? They're in win now. I know you look at the comment. Don't pay attention to the comment. Don't pay attention to this comment. Don't pay attention to the comment.
I will. I mean,
don't give it any energy.
Continue.
Don't give it any energy. So this season is going to be crazy. I got Indiana winning it all. I'm going to grit my teeth and bear it because even if they aren't winning based off their play alone, they're going to get all the calls. Because you already seen the WNBA change their first round format in order to benefit Caitlin, right? Because the Indiana Fever got swept in the first round by the Connecticut Sun this past WNBA season. And so the format used to be that the team with the better record, the first round is 3 games. 3 games max. The first 2 games are in the team of the is in the home of the team with the better record, and then that third game would be in the home of the team with the worst record. Because Indiana got swept, they were never able to play at home, right? And people are very upset about that. So the commissioner, the league, made it so that going forward, the first game is in the home of the team with the better record, and the second game is the home of the team with the worst record, and then the third team goes back to the home of the team with the better record. That was for Caitlin. That Caitlin is
okay. No. You got a point. Is it better? Okay. No. But hey, listen. Like I said again, anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. That's why until I see a trophy being raised by the Indiana Fever, anything can happen.
Yeah, I hope they don't win. For my sanity's sake, because it annoys me so much that ESPN, every time something happened with Caitlin, like, I know this news of Caitlin not going, she wasn't going to be shooting in the 3-point contest for the WNBA now. And now, all of a sudden, what she's doing is monumental, is bringing attention back to women's basketball. Last I checked, y'all were praising Sabrina Ionescu last year for going in the 3-point contest for the WNBA's All-Star game. So what makes Caitlin
Wait, who's doing it this year?
I think they were trying to get Caitlin and Sabrina to do it again. They're trying to get Sabrina to come back and have Caitlin join, but Caitlin declined. And they're making it seem like it's such a big, like a monumental move. But last year,
she
we were praising Sabrina for doing it. Huh?
That she declined? That's a move? A big move? Okay.
They're saying that because she's claiming, I think, allegedly she's supposed to be participating in the 3-point contest for WNBA this coming season. So they're saying, she's taking the attention away from the WNBA and bringing it to the WNBA. Everything this woman does, praised, and it gets on my nerves. I'm gonna make some videos about that. I'll hold my tongue. Lastly, sports news. Who you got winning Super Bowl?
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, y'all make sure.
Shout out to the refs. That's the only reason why. The refs.
Check out the AVIOT podcast on streaming services near you, because me and my sister Tay Stokes, we have a podcast episode coming out where we're talking more about the NFL and everything, and I'm gonna be releasing that today. So make sure to check for that. But yeah, I agree. I think that the Chiefs are gonna win. I'm going for the Eagles, but I believe that the Chiefs are gonna win.
I'm really going for Kendrick Lamar. Super Bowl halftime, let's get it. That's what I'm going for, because when it's all said and done, unless Patrick Mahomes got hurt 2 years ago when he played against the Eagles. The man ran for like 15, 30 yards after that. So it's just like watching wrestling with the Eagles. I'm sorry, with the Chiefs right about now. So I personally am going for the Eagles, but I believe the Chiefs will win because it will be the first time I think a three-peat ever happened. I mean, he's so close to
really
a three-peat.
Wait. So the Patriots never had a three-peat?
Never had a three-peat.
Oh wow.
They're 2-1. So they won 2, lost that one, then they came back and never three-peat.
But then but Brady has 7. No, 8.
Well,
8 rings, right? So
no, he has 7.
He got 7.
I thought it was 7. Yeah. So the last one was with the Bucks.
So that was his 7th.
Yeah. So Brady was winning. Don't forget, he could have been a three-peat, but I'm pretty sure the Giants must have beat him in one of those three-peats. The Giants beat him twice.
Wait, so Eli has 2 rings?
Eli has 2 rings, all from the Patriots, beating the Patriots.
Dang. Jay Dizzle for Rizzo, rewind this show back. We talked about the Lakers already. Rewind the show back. Then you'll see our talk about that trade, okay? So we already covered the WNBA, okay? Zeddy, hey, what's going on? Thank you for joining. Okay, so from what I understand, if Patrick Mahomes wins this Super Bowl, he's going to be considered the greatest quarterback of all time. Is that true?
How can it be if he only got 4 to Brady 7?
But people are already trying to saying he's competing with Brady with his 2.
3.
He got 3? No.
Yeah.
He's got 2.
No, he has 3.
What?
Yeah, man, go check. Go on your computer. I know he has 3. This will be his 4th ring.
What?
Yes. Now, Mahomes getting quicker than anybody else I've ever seen.
What?
It seemed like Mahomes got 3 rings.
Let me check.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you're
got
right.
3 rings.
You're right. You're right. You're
He
right.
got 3 rings. This will be his 4th ring, but this will be first repeat.
Bruh. But
Yes,
so wait, but people are saying that he's gonna be better than Brady. I think it's because they're saying the rate at which he's getting
of
his
course,
rings and the
of
stats
course,
is quicker than Brady did.
of course. Yes. The thing is, though, his window I think will close quicker than Brady,
Why is
Mahomes.
that?
I think it's one because if he doesn't win this one, it's going to be a while before he wins another one. I do believe because the league is getting better, right?
Uh,
With Brady, it's kind of hard, man, when you think about it to win 7, right? So let's go with the 6 that he won
well,
with the
it's hard
Patriots.
unless you cheat.
Well, there's a rumor now going on, but I'm not even entertaining that rumor. You and I could talk off
All
the
right,
air about
all
what's
right,
going on with the Chiefs.
okay,
So I don't want to
okay,
spread no rumor because I
all right, all
couldn't
right,
find it. So
all
you and
right,
I
all
can
right.
spread the tea. But yeah, so I mean, so I think that's probably why they're saying that Patrick Mahomes would be the GOAT because yes, he's definitely achieving more rings at a quicker pace, especially if he gets just 3-peat. It never happened before.
Mm-hmm. Come on,
I
Eagles,
mean,
Jalen. I need you to quiet the haters. I
what
need
is that?
y'all
What
to
is
do
that? What is
so.
that?
Huh?
Oh, okay. Oh, you said you want Jalen to
To
wait.
quiet
Did I
the
miss somebody?
haters. To quiet the
Oh,
haters.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Stay safe, boy.
You know what? They need to quiet the haters because I mean they need to put some respect on Jalen Hurts because to be honest with you, if a win is a win with um I'm drawing a blink. The Bills quarterback, what's his name? Josh. If a win is a win with Josh Allen and his mediocre yards, then why is it a problem with Jalen Hurts?
Y'all know why.
Josh Allen, besides the game he played against the Chiefs, those 3 games prior to that, he was only averaging about 130, 140 yard, 100 between 130, 140 yards per game, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he was winning. So what was the problem? Jalen Hurts, he doesn't have. Listen, why does the man have to throw if his running back is getting damn near 300 yards?
Right.
You know? And then Jalen Hurts could also run and pass. So I don't understand. A win is a win. If you guys want if you guys want Josh Allen to win MVP with his mediocre year in yards, I mean mediocre as far as his last 4 games, he really didn't throw that much, but he did throw for 3,700, 3,800 yards. So I want to take that away from him. But still, at the end of the day, he hasn't been throwing lights out like he's normally been doing.
Right.
So I don't understand. Jalen Hurts get 5 yards and they win. Who cares? Shame on the defense, okay? Because
I
somehow,
agree.
So I like Jalen Hurts. I like how humble he is. I like how he carries himself, soft spoken.
Mm-hmm.
He means what he means. He's a beast on that field. It's like he's been here before, right?
Mm-hmm.
He don't talk a lot of junk. He just lets his game play, and
Shout out to
he
his black manager, his black woman,
Yo, shout
as his
out to his
manager.
manager, man. Yo, his manager, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to her, man. Listen, we got a lot of good black managers, right? We got her. Do you know her name, by the way?
That's why you always put me on the spot. I
Gotcha.
forgot her name. It's
Shout
funny
out to
because
Jalen Hurts,
I actually covered her
manager.
for Black History Month. I think either last year or the year before. So
Okay.
yeah.
Listen. Lamar Jackson, mom.
Oh,
What?
shout out to her. Shout out to her. Shout out to Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson mom.
Hey,
Nicole Lynn.
look at huh?
Nicole Lynn
Nicole
is
Lynn.
Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts'
yeah.
manager. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen, what's his name? The quarterback for Washington. What's his name? Jalen or Daniels. That's his
Jaden.
mom's his manager.
Jaden.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
Daniels?
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden. Okay, Jaden
Jaden
Daniels.
McDaniels. Sorry, Jaden McDaniels. I knew that was
Jaden
a man's name.
McDaniels?
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels. Yeah.
Wow,
No,
I've been
sorry,
messing that
sorry.
man name
No,
up.
sorry. Jaden. Come on, Jared.
I'm gonna say, come on, man, you messing me up because you know they call me Brown behind the scenes. So I was calling this man Daniels for the longest. I was like, his name is McDaniels?
Jaden Daniels. I was looking it up, and listen, it's too many names, man. We covering multiple sports
Listen,
leagues,
man.
man.
Yeah, man, and we do a lot of typing when we pull it.
I know we covering the MNBA, we covering the WNBA, we covering the NFL. Too many names. Listen, give us a break. Give us a break.
Yes,
and y'all,
yes.
those of you who are watching here, make sure to spread the word that we do the AVIOT Sunday Brew every Sunday. Make sure that people subscribe to the Chemistry Productions YouTube channel where we're streaming from, and
Yes.
and make sure you put your notification bell on so whenever we're talking, you can get notified about that. Sheesh.
Correct.
Oh my God. With that being said, Jay, we've been talking for a minute. Let's peace out. I want to hear this news that
Go
you're
back
talking
to reality,
about.
right?
Yeah, I want to hear this news that you're talking about with the Chiefs.
No doubt. Will do. All right. Peace out, everyone. See y'all next week Sunday.
Yes, sir. All right. Bye-bye.